Good evening, good evening, good evening. So you saw my video of me messing around with my equipment. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn it, so bear with me, please. Um, Life's going good, New Year's. You know how it works, you know the deal. Most people usually make resolutions. I just always pray. I'm always happy to be alive and see another year and spend it with my pets. But for now, let's see. Since I've been listening to more music, I finally got back into it because I took a little break just for a bit. I was just getting a little bit bored. I was getting a little bored of the beats until I started messing around with beats today. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I love beats. And so I was listening to some of the hip hop lyrics from on Sirius XM's Rock the Bells, LL Cool J's station, and I was listening to the old rapper Scarface. I didn't know he rapped about his life dealing with, I guess, his surrogate parental figure. I was paying attention to the road and trying to follow the directions on my DoorDash. Yeah, I do DoorDash now, so I'll do Uber Eats a little later. For now, people just keep pitting themselves in wrong areas so they don't have to pay full price for like whatever. I don't know what they're doing, and then they get upset when they're like, well, I'm only following the directions you used, so don't get upset at me if it's not directly at where you're at. It make it worse. It's always people within the apartments complexes like, oh, come on. So yeah, I got treated like that, so I was like, I'm just gonna take a break from Uber Eats for a bit. Probably like a day, like 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3. Today's the 1st, so. But yeah, no. So if you wonder why I like preach about unity and like I told you, all of us freaks need to let our flags fly. Yeah, a lot of the old hip hop, that's what they were preaching about. Just pretty much getting themselves out of their situation, and if they're not doing what they did not want to do, are they still surrounded by what they grew up with? So I was like, wow, that was actually pretty profound, because it affected me indirectly, because when I joined the military, I joined the military because they said, oh, we can send you overseas. At first they said we can send you overseas, but we can't tell you right now until we gather more information and we provide more information. Like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. So the more I committed to it, and then I did the late entry program into the Army, they were finally able to tell me. After I did the late entry, it's just where they teach you how to like be in the military and telling you how it's going to be and assess your physical abilities. I was a skinny, scrawny guy. I used to, since I grew up in Monument Valley, Utah, I used to climb all those mesas and run around all the time. So I was a very scrawny guy, very scrawny and lanky guy. So I forgot what I was talking about. I know it's about why the military. Well, anywho. So yeah, it was hip hop stuff. I just lost my train of thought because I was looking around, making sure I didn't hit anyone. But yeah, no, they're always talking about unity and stuff like that. So why did I even talk about that? I'll watch the video again. I'm gonna get a little sleepy too. But no, yeah, they were always preaching about unity and stuff like that. So. Yeah, unity, upbringing. Oh yeah, surround yourself. So yeah, I was a skinny little guy, and then, oh no, I was talking about how they assess your physical abilities. Yeah, when it came to weight, I was, like I said, I was that's what it was. When it came to weight, I was well under, so I didn't have to worry about it. I really didn't have to worry about weight until I started not focusing on my military duties. When I was more focused on the idea I was living overseas. I was going on my 4th year, having a great time in South Korea. So if one of my GIF admirers on another platform watches this, yeah, I lived in Korea for some time. If you watch all my videos, and if you want to watch the latest, I lived in Korea already, so I already understand how to act. So yeah, no, yeah, so yeah. So once I did all that, they just said, we can tell you. And I already told you in other videos. So yeah, I chose Korea, and I went there. So yeah, that's hip hop taught me to do that. Learn stuff, see stuff, do other things. A lot of them didn't talk about going back to college and stuff like that, but I wasn't really fully invested in education at this time. I just wanted to get somewhere and do something, and I did do that to an extent. And then I realized that it was I don't know. I guess I got bored of it. Is the best way to describe it. Is because I can reason with you. I can use different variations of sentences, but in the end, I was getting bored. I just didn't know how to find drive and life at that time, and then all the stuff I went through being young, and then going through my teenage years without a father figure. So when hip hop talks about not growing up without a father or losing their father when they're young, yeah, I understood that too. There's another reason why I got along with hip hop and all the rappers. So, but yeah. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So, but eventually, over time, I decided to just randomly get out of active duty, and I wanted to go back to college. And so I got out. I didn't join the National Guard. I went to college, and then the National Guard was on the college campus. So I said, oh well, screw it, I might as well just rejoin. Because I was only out for 2 months, and if you don't know, in the U.S. military here, you have an 8-year obligation. You can do those 8 years however you like. I only did 5 years, so I was like, well, I have 3 years, and at the time, a lot of people were getting called back because of redeployments. It's called stop loss, or whatever. Like, people got out, and they'd be like out for a year, and then the army would be like, oh, we need more people to deploy, and so they would call them back from the ready reserve. So I wanted to avoid that. Like, oh hell, I am not doing that. So I just re-enlisted, and I was in college. So what made me go to college was I did not expect my mother to get her. I already said it in another video. She got her bachelor's, and that's why I got my degree. And then I only got my master's because I kept thinking about, can I get my master's or not? Because I knew a female from where I grew up, she was bragging about, at the time when she was getting done with her bachelor's, going straight into a master's degree. So I was like, well, if she did that, then I might, another female, see, I might as well do it. but but this was I went for my master's 4 years after I got my bachelor's. So when I did speak to her, I was still single, but then I got married, and then afterwards I stopped talking to her. But oh no, I ran into her again at a friend's wedding that he invited me to, and I didn't expect her to be there. And then my ex-wife, she was like, "Oh," I was like, "Who is that?" I was like, "Oh, she was a girl who was from where I grew up." I was like, she was in the local area for the teacher housing. So anywho, I ain't getting that talk again. That's what I want right there. See, that's why I keep forgetting. Whew, man. Finally got it. I finally got it. Whew. Yeah, see, people do that stuff. Whatever, you know. I saw her. She didn't double back. She didn't fall down on the road. Like, whatever, you know. I'll stop. Oh no, it was that about her degree stuff. Yeah. So then and then so, and that was the last time I saw her. And since I spoke to my mother, she told me that she got her JD degree, her lawyer degree. So I was like, oh wow, you know, I'm a lawyer, like. Juris Doctorate or whatever, Juris Doctor, whatever. I can't remember how you pronounce it. But I was just like, oh wow, you know. And the funny thing is, I actually did think about going back to school for law, because there is a high demand for lawyers in information technology. So I started laughing. I've been thinking about it lately, like, man, should I just do it? Like, for the heck of it, see what happens. Doesn't hurt to try to apply. Yeah, ASU Online, they have the program, so I could become a lawyer all online, or however they perform the actions needed. Because I've actually done when I was doing Lyft, I've actually lifted a person from the downtown campus. Oh damn, more car debris. Yeah, I see that stuff too. Even with my Glycoma, I see it. Irregular on the road. That's all for military training. But yeah, I took a guy home, and he was going to school. I like what he told me. He was going to school to become a lawyer and to defend the artists against music copyright, because ASU said that there was a demand that was given to that school for those types of lawyers. So that's what caught my attention. Because he asked me too, he's like, I hate to be intrusive. I was like, oh wow, he is a lawyer. He's like, but do you have a degree? I was like, yeah, I have a bachelor's in information technology and a master's in cybersecurity. He's like, yeah, he's like, see, he's like, he's like, that's another thing that they want. He's like, but it's not like in high demand now. It's like, it's just at the time, it was a starting program. So I don't know, maybe like when I was doing Lyft. I was doing Lyft before the casino. Oh wow, that was like 5 years ago. Yeah, maybe I should look into it again. Because if you don't know, all school's about is your GPA. When I was going for my bachelor's, I was married. I got divorced. Yeah, my GPA was, at least it was above 3.5s, 3.64. But my master's, I got 1 A-. I was a little upset, but I said, well, screw it, whatever. Most schools round up. So I'd have a 4.0. I got a 3.96. So if jobs ask for like GPA, they only give 2.2 for you to allow 2 numbers to be entered. I just laugh like, oh wow, I'm 4.0. Anywho, but yeah, so that was the main reason why I actually got a good GPA, was if I ever thought about going to law school. Yeah, I guess I will look that up. But yeah, no, so back to the original point. Yeah, hip-hop. Yeah, no, everything I talk about is all from hip-hop. Like, I started really getting into hip-hop. I listened to hip-hop. And what it really upset me was that people, like I told you, it's all poetry. It's people literally spewing out poetry. So it's like, so when people use, oh, you can't relate to them, they're not from where you're at. Like, it doesn't matter. I was like, listen to the words that these people were sharing. Like, like it's unique. How are they able to captivate millions of people with their lyrics, the rhythms? It's like, wow, yeah. So, anywho, so yeah, everything that influenced me to my point. You see, everything that I give now is all because of hip hop. And the cool thing is that when I do hang out with the black community, they always use the N-word on me. I always start laughing like, you know, I'm a Navajo, I'm not black. And they always shut up, you know, shut up, N-word. I just shake my head up, okay. So, I don't know. I always just laugh when people do that. Like, oh, okay, thank you, I guess. And then you get the ones who are the cool ones. It's like, ah, nah, you're okay, Indian, because some natives actually do hate being called Indian. Those are those black gentlemen. Those guys make me laugh. And it's typically like I've dated the Navajo girl. Like, I knew it. Anywho, yeah. If you're new, yeah, I'm divorced. So everything you see, I could have had it better, but I screwed it up. But another thing I learned today about popular culture is a keyword for this year: redemption. There's one pop figure I like to really follow, because even though it's a written story, I like the way the story ends, because that person redeems himself. Darth Vader. Darth Vader's story is a good way to understand what redemption is. So, 2 things to add to your repertoire. Let your freak flag fly. If you want to view it as a path to redemption, you can. But the key word is redemption. There's your homework. How can redemption be applied to you? I can already think of the easiest thing we can all do to redeem ourselves. Call your mother and tell your mother you love her and you're sorry for all the bad things you've done. Lord knows I need to do that more. So, well, like I said, once again, use redemption how you like, but the key word for this year is redemption. Yeah, I can old man spill if I want, but messing around with those beats and learning how to use my board and actually having my board actually work this time, like, oh wow, I was really amazed it actually worked. I just might buy one more of those fire control pads. Did you see that cat? He was playing with something. Nice orange kitty. Can't wait to see my orange kitty. My orange kitty is a female. Yeah, that's right. I got a rare cat. Because I'm a rare man. I'm just kidding. I'm like every other scumbag. Anywho. Tonight was good. I had fun. What a breeze. I was not sitting on my butt for like 20 minutes waiting for food to be cooked. Thank you, DoorDash. Eat a lot. Actually, you know what? Oh, I forgot. Totally forgot about the good news. I got a job interview today at 1:30. So it's a job interview as a security guard part-time in the organization. It's a dispensary here in the metro area. I hope it goes well. Yeah, the guy already seemed excited. Because the whole posting pretty much is like, you know, are you reliable? You need to come to work. The reason why you need to come to work and be reliable is, you know, holidays and weekends work. So I was like, so I told him, I was like, that's no biggie for me. That's what we did at the casino. I liked it. He's like, that's what I wanted to hear. He's like, that's why I knew I had to call you. He's like, oh yes. It's like, oh yes, finally a person who understands what was on my resume versus, well, you know, I don't understand what you could bring to the team. Like, oh my gosh. Just because it's not verbiage that you agree with doesn't mean I can't work. Jeez. Now I wanted to get some snacks. Since I've been making my own green tea, I want snacks now. Anywho, I'll talk to y'all later.